Hi Sagittarius, how are you? I'm going to do a love reading. This is a current love reading for all you Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in some kind of a relationship, or maybe you're not in a relationship. Maybe this was one of those that you just want it to go away. But we'll see. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, what's going on for all of our Sagittarians. I appreciate you being a part of my channel, tuning in. Please hit that like button. I sure appreciate that. That always helps. Okay, so we have some movement going on. Where are you going? You're going on a trip, you're traveling. Sagittarians love to travel. So anyway, there's an opportunity, but you're just not really sure which way you're going to go. So you're trying to avoid something coming down. Okay, that tower came out sideways, right on top of you making a move. So you might be wanting to move away from a situation that's not really good for you, but you're not real sure, where do I go? If I do leave, what am I going to do? I think as long as you stand your truth, you're going to be okay. And it's like you don't have any more patience. You don't want, it's like you want to go away. You want to go away. You want your freedom. You're not going to wait anymore. I feel like some of you may actually have like gotten into your car and gone somewhere. You've been really in a place. I think there's a lot of movement going on in your world. I think right now, you're not going to wait anymore. So if you've been involved with somebody who you've been like with them for a long time and it's just not going anywhere, I think you're done. You're like, you know, if this is it, this is as far as we're going to come, I'm out of here. And I see some of you actually leaving because it's like you weren't feeling good. You were feeling alone in this relationship. So why stay? Why stay? If, you know, this is it. This is all I'm ever going to get. We're never going to get married. We're never going to have kids. We're not even going to have the same vacations. Why are we together? Yeah, Three of Wands. I think this has been something that has been churning inside of you for a while. You may be involved with a Pisces. I don't know why I said that, but maybe the High Priestess here. But I just think you see that if there is nothing left between us and we've come to the end of the road, you know, it's time to go. And you're ready. I think you've waited long enough. You have waited long enough. And the more you stay, the longer you stay, the worse it gets. What is all this? Hold on. Yeah, see, you have been wanting to go for a long time, but you haven't, you've been holding back. You haven't made any moves. I think some of you have been actually saving your money so that you can go. And then, you know, you get this opportunity, but you're not sure whether or not you should take it or you shouldn't go. So now you're indecisive. It's like, well, gosh, if I go, maybe I could go over there and then I can do that. But you know, if I could also go over there and I could. So I think you're really confused about like the actual like move, because this way and that way is on this card. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is like you not knowing which way to go if you do end this relationship and go in another direction. But you know, you're just not feeling it. You're just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. You know, but the doors are opening, which I think would bring you a lot of happiness. And if this one is just not working, I think you've waited long enough. You've done your time. I mean, at some point you have to say, well, gosh, you know, this isn't my end all here. And that's what I feel like you're at. This isn't your end all. You're ready to move on. All right, what else we have for our Sagittarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? All of our Saggies in love. What's going on for our Saggies in love? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Sagittarians. Yeah, it's not working. It's not working. And I think you are so tired. We have 2 5s here. So we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed and the 5 of Wands reversed. If it's not working, it's not working. You know, and you can't keep putting energy into a relationship that is not feeding your soul, your mind, your body, your spirit. Yeah. And I think you have been involved with people in the past. This could be two men we're talking about, because I have the king and two kings here back to back. But I feel like it's more you. I think whoever it was that you were involved in, they weren't emotionally attached to you. And they were out fooling around. It's like you were never their number one. Nope. And I think you're better off on your own, figuring things out. Yeah. And if you are two men, same thing. Doesn't matter. Couple's a couple. But movement is really your word for this message. A lot of movement in your life. Everything's happening, and it's happening fast. And it has to happen fast, because you might be ready to leave, but they're not. You know, it's like, because they come across like, why would you leave me? I'm your everything. Right? So they might try to talk around in circles. I feel them like, but they're not going to say anything that's going to convince you different. Once you made up your mindset, you're gone. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on for our Sagittarians? Any more info regarding the spread? Yeah, this is a situation where there's a lot of men, so I'm wondering if this is a man's read. Because I have a knight, two kings, an emperor. Yeah, I keep feeling like it could be anybody. You know who you are, all right? A couple is a couple. But you can't put any more it's like it's not written in the stars is what I get. Like, you guys came together for a reason. You did your reason, but now it's time to move on. I mean, this relationship is not balanced. You know, there's been a lot of heartache. There's been a lot of heartache. And it's just, now it's time to recover. And this is where you're at that point where it's like, you know, you got to go. You can't stay. Some of you may have already left now. You're like, wow, what am I going to do? Now I'm gone. But it's a time to heal. A time to heal from the whys. It didn't work. Because somebody, I mean, they weren't committed. You weren't their number one. They were messing around. You know, it's just like you hung on there, but they kept going to someone else. Some of them, you might, if you were a female, they might have had, you know, a guy on the side. That makes it even harder on some levels, and on other levels, it might make it even easier to leave, especially if you're a female and your guy leaves you for a guy. Because I'm picking that up, you know, somebody might have left you for a guy. And if you're two men, you know, I think that's another situation, because I'm getting man. There's a man who's messing around. With who? It doesn't matter, does it? They're messing around, period. And it's no good for you anymore. So this might be why you waited all this time to be with someone, to find out that, you know, they were actually attracted to the opposite sex. That's why they couldn't commit to you. That's a wild reading, huh? All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on? Yeah, it's not working. The threes are coming out. I mean, it's just like there was always someone else, and you weren't their number one. You know, they probably liked you a lot. They probably even loved you, but they were never in love with you. You were probably more in love with them than they were with you. You know, but part of the problem is that they were always looking for someone else. They weren't going to settle with you. And I think it finally clicked. Oh, I guess maybe it's time to move on. This is never going to work. And then once you get an offer, see, I feel like something comes up that helps you make this move. And it could be a job offer. It could be anything, you know, but I feel like something helps you move on. Now, yeah, because it's almost like you remember, maybe you meet somebody from your past, something comes in that helps you push through and say, wow, I guess you're right. It could be a friend from your past may have said, hey, you know, you've been with this person a long time. This could be a long-time friend. Kind of, you have a talk going, I don't know. I just don't know. And I've always wondered whether or not they were gay, or, you know what I mean? And maybe your person kind of helps put things in perspective. So, well, there's a lot of cards here. Do I want to take them? Yeah, let's take them. Yeah, so I think you start to see that, you know, you can't be this way. You've been stuck in this relationship for a long time. And you haven't been feeling like you've been treated fair. If anything, you've been on your own. And I think it's time for you. You manifested an opportunity, okay, to make a change. And you didn't see it at first. And I think you started to see your person in a little different way. And then what happens is you saw that there was no real love between you and them. There really wasn't. There really wasn't. And as much as you would love to fix it with them, I think you sit there and you make a decision as to whether or not, is this really good for me? You know, for me, not for them. I mean, I think the two of you could probably have lived out your life for a long time. But to be really honest with yourself and say, wow, you know, do I really want to be with somebody who's always going to be looking for someone better? Then that doesn't make you feel good, does it? Because what, you're not good enough? It's not that you're not good enough. It's like they're attracted to someone else. I really mean that. Emotionally, they can't commit. Sagittarius, they just can't. You know, so I think, you know, you stayed long enough. And if the universe is pointing you in another direction, don't ignore it. Because then at home, it's not working for you at home. And you need this to come to an end in order for you to be happy. And it's like, if you don't, you know, then you're just going to continue to hear things. You know, you're going to hear things about you and your person and who your person's out. And it's going to hurt. You're better off on your own. So I think it's time to end a cycle that has not been very good for you. Not at all. Because it's like this relationship was never going to grow. But you can grow. You're independent. Most Sagittarians are. So I think it's time to put an end to something, even if you don't want to put an end to it. You know, I just don't see anything coming out positive if you stay. Then you're compromising yourself. So this is for whoever is at that point, okay? Like, don't just leave someone. You know, if you're at that point in your relationship and you've been wanting to make a move and an opportunity knocks, take it. You know, when a door opens, you need to go through it. Especially when the only thing that's keeping you is the comfort of the present moment with your person. Just, well, we're so stable. You're stable, but this person is messing around. They're messing around. You don't want to cut this out. I have to tell you that my feeling is that you would be better off ending on a good note and remaining friends, because there is this connection the two of you have. And the fact that you can't even be friends, I think that hurts you. So, you know, you want to end this, but I think even if it ends, the two of you will remain watching each other, wondering where you've been, because there's a closeness that the two of you have. You just do. All right, that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. I hope this resonated. If it did, great. If it didn't, that's okay. I'm going to put it out there, see how you guys respond. Maybe I'll do a second reading for Sagittarius. Seems like that's my new thing now. Or we'll just let it sit. But anyway, I appreciate you being a part of my channel, tuning in, being a part of Raven Black Stars Tarot. And I'll see you at the next reading, all right? Until then, bye now. Hit that like button.